away 5 years ago.
And there's no fight.
So help me God.
You have every right to be mad, okay? I get that.
Trust you.
The relationship between the two is very complex and deep. Johnny's also a former boxer, had an injury leading up to the qualifying for the Olympics, and gave up his career as a boxer, had a very promising career up to that point, and then had to give it up. And then at some point later, when he's kind of at rock bottom, his brother Patrick comes in and picks him up off his butt and pays for him to go to business school, and then gives him a job as his manager. And so the relationship is tinged with a little bit of jealousy and regret that Johnny hasn't been able to have the opportunities that Patrick has had and the success that he's had. But then outweighing that is the fact that he really owes his life to his brother. So I think it's a real rich stew between them at a lot of points.
You're not the champ anymore. You walked away 5 years ago. What do you have to fight for now?
I knew a lot about it in terms of the sport and being a casual fan. When I was on The Wire, which was an HBO show, I used to go to the HBO fights. So I got to go to a great deal of just amazing fights. I saw Gotti Ward 3, which is a brilliant fight, one of the fight of the year, I believe, that year. I saw Roy Jones and Tarver when Tarver knocked him out. I saw De La Hoya Mosley. So just these classic fights in history that I got to be there kind of ringside at. So I felt very lucky there. So I've been a fan of boxing for about 9 years and know some about the sport. But in terms of the back, behind what happens behind the curtain of boxing, which is where Johnny kind of makes his bread and butter, I didn't know anything about and had to educate myself. But we had just such great access to really most of the movers and shakers of boxing, and so I got to talk to a lot of people about how the sport operates.